Welcome back, everybody. It's time for what we call in this segment. Sometimes we call it raising the eyebrows, or we call it story time. Today, on this Thundercut Thursday, we're going to call it story time. And this is what I always do. I always ask you guys some shit in story time. Because I want to hear your guys' answer. But anyways, this actually came about because DJ and I was we were in a live, and it was the other day on this format here, and we were talking, and we started talking about friends, and she was talking about how some friend overreacted and blah 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 blah. But now listen, the thing about it is, and this is what I came up with, and this is what I was talking to her about, is how long, because I asked her, I said, well, how long have you known this person online? You know what I mean? She's like, not very long. But she's all bent out of shape because she thought that they were best friends and that blah, 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 blah. You know the whole deal. But my question of it is what is it for you guys? How long does it take you and kind of maybe your process of what do you call a friend a friend? When does that person become a friend? Is it 30 days? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Who knows? But what do you guys think? How long does it take? Even if there's no time limit, maybe there's not a time limit. But what's your guys' thought? And I went deeper with it. Because my thought was, when does a friend become a best friend? When does that happen? I'll give you guys some time to think about it, and I'll give you my answer because I know this. I mean, I don't know this, but I thought of this. I had time to think about it. But for me, I guess it's a feeling. It's a feeling between me and other people, you know, and that's my thing. Is when I feel that between somebody, then I guess I feel that that's kind of like my friend because there's something that happens inside me that I can't explain. You feel something about that person, you do. And so to me, I don't think there's a time limit on it. It can happen sometimes fairly quick, and then it can happen sometimes it takes longer. You know what I mean? Because you might get that. For me, I get it, maybe not a bad vibe, but I get I'm like, something, I hear something or I feel something that's like, oh, wait a minute. But then it's just me. You know what I mean? It's my thinking, it's my head. So I'm like, oh no, you know what I mean? So for me, there's no time limit. And for somebody to answer the second part of that question, there's for a best friend, I think that takes a while. You have to have trust. You have to have love. You have to have a lot of different things for me, to call that person a best friend or a couple people. There can be a couple best friends. I get that. But that takes time. That's not just fucking overnight. That's not even 6 months to a year for me. If to call somebody a best friend, you know what I mean? I mean, I feel really fortunate with this group that we're having because we've known each other for really, if you look at it, it's going to be fucking 5 years soon. You know what I mean? We're already over the 4 year mark. So it's like, fuck, we're working towards 5 years. And you know what I mean? So, yeah, I can't, there's no way no. It takes a while for that kind of thing. And I think there's so many people that get caught up on this social media that they're like, they just, oh, that's my best friend. You known each other for 2 fucking weeks, you fucking silly fool. And then they're bitching 3 weeks later. Oh my God. I'm so heartbroken. Ah, come on. Give it time,
I
people. Give
can't
it
with.
time.
That is true. That is true.
But that's my answer. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So there you go. What do you
See, the
guys
way I
think?
think about it, as a friend, yeah, you start off. I start off as, okay, you'll be my friend if we conversate. You know, we get to know each other.
DJ.
Those things like that. Yeah, you become a friend. But like you said, Koa, to become a best friend, it does take longevity. You have to like go through those rough patches. You know, you still make it out after all the obstacles because you do go through obstacles with friends. If you make it through that, then yeah, you do become a best friend. DJ, what's up, DJ?
What up, DJ?
Well, was you finished, RC?
Yeah, yeah,
Well, the way I feel is, when does an acquaintance become a friend?
Right.
Oh,
You know,
Exactly.
you have a lot of acquaintances, and that's TikTok and Clapper and social
Yes.
media. I got people on Facebook I don't even know. I mean, I don't know their families, but I learn their families through
right.
Facebook. But I wouldn't call them a. I'd call them a friend because I don't even know them. I'd still call them an acquaintance. So
Right.
when does it you become friends? Is when you, like RC said, you conversate and you get to know each other and you become friends. And I have genuine friends on here. Good friends. You guys are my good friends. That's all I hang out with.
yeah.
Damn, you're my family practically. And I just think in order to become a best friend, I just try to be the best friend I can be.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what the definition of a best friend is, that I'm a hell of a best friend.
Right.
It's if you ask, you know, I do anything for anybody. I'm always here.
Exactly.
But to have a best friend, I have one. I have one that I have several. So who's the best one? I don't have a best one.
Exactly.
You have a you have best friends.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go, Koa. That's simple. I have best friends.
Right.
I do have somebody that would take off of work and go get two air conditioners for me because my central air went out. Now, and somebody would loan me his car when it's about to break down, even though that's supposed to have been a good thing, because I needed his vehicle. So we try to do the best we can for that person, that we can, especially living right across the alley. But that's how you become, and that's been a long relationship too. That's we're going on 6 years.
Wow.
Hey, Joe and
So
Andrew, I appreciate you guys commenting down there. We see you. I see you.
I want to
Thanks for
hold your hand.
commentating. You know what I mean? Commenting. Fuck.
Yes.
Hippie, what about you? What's your thoughts?
Wow, this is a tough question.
It is.
Um, and a sore one, but we'll get through it. Um, so I guess when we say friends, I feel like, yeah, you meet people on social media, they're acquaintances, right? And then like you start talking to them for like, I don't know, let's say 3 months. Yeah, maybe you could start saying, hey, that may be a friend, you know. Um, but when does it become like you said, friend, good friend, best friend? Because I had a lot of best friends, and as Joe said, best friends stab you in the back. Yeah, I had my best friend do that to me. So I'm right there with you, bud. Sorry, I know it sucks. Been there. Um, Fucking cunt. Anyway, But yeah, it's like I have so much trust issues with people, it's ridiculous. So like if I call you my friend, I call you my friend for a reason, and that means I still got trust like issues with you. But if I call you my best friend, like obviously we've been through some shit. You've been there for me through the good, the bad, and everything. Like if I meet you and I just feel a type of way about your energy and vibe, and it's not clicking with my aura, I'm not even fucking with that. Like you can look the other way, and it's gonna be. I'll be nice to you, but no, hard pass. Um, but I feel like if I feel your vibe and I know that you're good for me, or at least you don't seem like bad intentions, I'll give you a shot for sure. As for the people here, I consider them my family. But then again, it's like, when do we go from friends, best friend, and Nancy just skipped like straight to family for us? Like, it's different for everybody. You know what I mean? And I love that Nancy feels that way about all of us. But it's like, when is that point? Really? I mean, I think it's different for everybody. It's their, trauma. It's their, issues with friendships, stuff like that. People.
Mhm.
Because if you can't fucking people, you're not going to have any friends. And if you're just a grouch about it, then, nobody's going to like you. So you got to, like, just take your time, build a foundation with people. I've known these people for 4 years. Well, technically 5, as we said earlier. But, yeah, it's just so hard because it's like best friends. Yeah, they could be the greatest things in the world, and then they could be the shittiest fucking cunts. And we can call them the cunts of the day, week, month, year, whatever. But yeah, so that's definitely my take on it. It's all about energy. It's all about vibes. And if you ain't feeling it at the front door, then fucking see you later. That's all I got.
That is true. That is true.
I kind of think that way too. I mean, I do feel that way. It's like if you don't feel it right off the bat or whatever, even a little bit, it's like it's just it's not even it's not even worth it. It's kind of like that way in dating almost. If you don't feel that vibe, you don't feel that thing, then it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? It just
Yeah.
it's not. Listen, and I've always been a gentleman, and I take a woman out to dinner and have a nice evening. Hey, that saves me $100 too. Fuck that. I'm like, nope, you're not it. Rachel, how you doing, honey? How are you? I hope you're feeling better. I know you feel under the weather, but I hope you're doing better.
Same, Cuzzo. Same. Had the same feeling, fam. Much love to you and Jeffro.
Yes, Mama,
Flow on, water under the bridge,
Mama.
flow on. He says.
Flow on.
I agree with that to a point. You listen. I've done that with people more in my life recently. It's just like flow on, go on. I'm done with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to be around you. I don't like you. I don't fucking. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, flow on. Absolutely.
Just the cut.
I agree with that.
Just like Dory from Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Uh, well, that was kind of the
That's a hard question.
story time, huh? What?
That's a hard question, though.
It is a hard question. It is. You're right.
It is.
It is.
It is.
But it was something that I thought that was just, one of those things that I was like, oh, you know, interesting. But we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we are going to hit this week's top 3. And it's a good one. It's a good one. So we'll take a break, hang around. We'll come back and we'll do our top 3. Peace out till then.